Have you ever wondered how the universe came into existence with such perfect harmony? How stars move with precision, hearts awaken to truth, and guidance reaches a searching soul at the exact moment it is needed? In Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 117 to 118, the Quran offers a glimpse into the mystery of divine creation and human perception. These verses are brief, yet they contain oceans of meaning. They invite the heart to witness the majesty of God's command and the subtle journey of the human soul towards certainty. Verse 117, the divine creative command. The originator of the heavens and the earth. The verse begins by presenting Allah as Badir, the one who originates without any prior example. Nothing existed before his will brought it forth. The heavens with their galaxies, the earth with its delicate balance, the rhythm of night and day, none of this came from imitation or repetition. For the contemplative heart, this phrase opens a profound realization. The Creator who brought the vast cosmos into existence from nothing is the same one who shapes every moment of our lives. Mystics of Islam often reflect that if Allah can create the heavens from nothingness, then transforming a heart from darkness into light is even easier for him. A lost soul can become illuminated, a restless heart can become tranquil, and a seeker can suddenly feel the nearness of divine mercy. The phrase, therefore, does not only describe cosmic creation, it also whispers hope into the human soul. And when he decrees a matter, he only says to it, "Be," and it is. Here the Quran reveals the simplicity and absolute power of the divine command. Creation does not require struggle, effort, or gradual assembly for Allah. His will alone is sufficient. The word kun, be, is not merely a sound. It represents the irresistible authority of divine will. Everything in existence stands as a testimony to that command. The universe itself is continuously responding to God's command. Every heartbeat, every breath, every unfolding moment exists because the divine command sustains it. When a seeker contemplates this, a deep humility arises. The ego begins to soften because it realizes that existence itself is not self-generated, it is continuously granted. At the same time, this phrase awakens trust. If Allah's command can bring entire worlds into existence, then the transformation of a person's destiny is never impossible. A broken life can be repaired. A hardened heart can melt. A searching soul can suddenly be guided. The same command that created the stars can illuminate a human heart. Verse 118, the question of those who doubt. And those who do not know say, the Quran now shifts from the majesty of divine creation to the psychology of disbelief. The phrase, those who do not know, does not merely refer to lack of information. It refers to a deeper state, when the heart is veiled from recognizing signs that are already present. Sometimes the human mind demands extraordinary miracles, while ignoring the countless miracles surrounding it, the order of the cosmos, the wisdom in nature, the guidance contained in revelation. Sufis often say that ignorance is not simply the absence of knowledge, it is the absence of inner perception. Why does Allah not speak to us directly? Here we see a recurring attitude in human history, the demand for direct, overwhelming proof. People ask why God does not address them personally or display undeniable signs before their eyes. But the Quran gently teaches that divine communication already occurs through many channels. Revelation, prophets, the signs in nature, and the inner awakening of conscience. From a spiritual perspective, the heart that is attentive already hears divine guidance in subtle ways. The whisper of truth in the conscience, the sudden clarity during reflection, the powerful impact of sacred words. These are all forms of communication from the Creator. The problem is often not the absence of signs, but the absence of receptivity. Or why does a sign not come to us? Human beings frequently assume that belief would become easy if only a dramatic sign appeared. Yet history shows that even when extraordinary signs were given to previous nations, Many still rejected them. The Quran reminds us that the deepest transformation does not occur merely through spectacle. It occurs when the heart becomes sincere and receptive. A sign may open the eyes, but only humility opens the heart. Those before them said similar things. This verse reveals a timeless pattern of human behavior. Doubt, skepticism, and demands for extraordinary proof are not new. Many communities before had raised the same objections. The repetition of these attitudes shows that the real issue is not intellectual curiosity, it is the state of the heart. Across centuries, the same questions echo from similar spiritual conditions. Their hearts are alike. This phrase carries a profound spiritual insight. Hearts that resist truth often resemble one another, even across different eras and cultures. When the heart becomes closed, it begins to repeat the same doubts that others once expressed. But when the heart opens, it begins to recognize signs everywhere. Sufi masters often describe the heart as a mirror. When the mirror is covered with dust, it reflects nothing clearly. But when it is polished through reflection, humility, and remembrance of God, the signs of truth become visible everywhere. We have made the signs clear for people who possess certainty. The Quran concludes this passage with a powerful message. The signs are already clear. Guidance is not hidden or inaccessible, but clarity reveals itself fully only to those who approach truth with yaqeen, a state of inner certainty that combines faith, reflection, and sincerity. Certainty does not mean blind belief. It is the quiet confidence that arises when the heart and mind align with truth. For such people, the universe itself becomes a book of signs. The movement of the stars, the rhythm of nature, the words of revelation, and the experiences of life all begin to point toward the same divine reality. And when that realization settles into the heart, a subtle peace spreads through the soul, a reflection for the seeker. These two verses form a beautiful spiritual balance. One speaks of God's limitless creative power, and the other addresses the human struggle to recognize truth. Together, they remind us of something essential. The Creator who says be and brings worlds into existence has also placed signs of His presence everywhere, within revelation, within the universe, and within the human heart. When the heart becomes attentive, even the smallest moment can become a doorway to divine awareness. A falling leaf, a quiet night, a line of sacred scripture, suddenly everything begins to whisper the same truth. The universe exists through the command of the One. And when that awareness touches the soul, it produces a feeling that words cannot fully capture, a mixture of awe, humility, and deep inner stillness. If this reflection awakens something within you, if it made you pause, think, or feel the majesty of the divine words, then continue this journey of contemplation. Share this reflection with others who love spiritual wisdom and explore more profound insights into the Quran and the path of inner awakening. Because sometimes a single verse contemplated deeply can change how we see the entire universe and how we experience the presence of the Creator within it.